guys, what's up? My name's Kayla from Planning with Kay, and welcome to another video. Can you guys believe that March is almost already over? We're nearly a quarter of the way done with 2019, which is absolutely crazy, and it means that it's time to set up my April bullet journal spreads. As usual, I asked you guys in my last Plan With Me video what theme you wanted to see for April, and I compiled some of the most popular suggestions in a vote over on my Patreon to decide on the winner. And I'm so excited to announce that the winning theme for April is cherry blossoms. Also, don't forget to leave your suggestions for next month's theme in the comments down below for your chance to get your comment featured in next month's video. So today I'm going to be setting up all of my April spreads using my brand new Cherry Blossom monthly sticker collection, which includes the 3-sheet monthly kit, the Blooming Cherry Blossoms decorative sheet, and of course the matching functional add-on sheet. This entire new collection is available in my sticker shop, which of course I'll have linked in the description down below. And to celebrate this video, I also made this entire new collection 20% off through Friday, so be sure to check out that sale while it lasts. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's jump right into my bullet journal and start setting up my April spreads. Like always, I'm starting off my setup with my main April calendar spread. Each day is getting a box here that is 6 spaces wide by 5 spaces tall, and I'm also leaving a blank row in between each week. I'm then going to write in the dates in the bottom right corner of each day, starting off by making a small light pink circle, and then going in over top with my purple Tombow Fudenosuke hardtip brush pen for the dates. Now time for the main header at the top. I'm busting out the Cherry Blossom monthly kit here and using this large header with the falling cherry blossom petals at the top of the left page. And I'm also using my black Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen along with a white gel pen to write in April right over the top of that. As usual, if you're curious about any of these supplies that I'm using, I do always have everything linked in the description down below. So now for the weekly headers across the top of my calendar, I'm actually going to use these small headers that come on the freebie sheet that I give with every single order from my shop. I actually have never used this freebie sheet in any of my monthly setups, but these small pink headers were exactly what I needed to finish off this calendar, and since I always design the freebie sheet to match whatever the newest monthly collection is, I know that these would go perfectly with this theme. Finally, I'm going to fill in the empty space on the upper right with a decorative quote. I first stuck in a couple extra petal stickers, sort of extending off of the header, and then with my pink and my black Tombow Fudenosuke, I'm writing in the quote, "Live life in full bloom." Moving right along, I'm going to actually be chopping off the rest of the right side of the spread for, you guessed it, a little Dutch door. I'm sure that no one is surprised by now with how much I've been utilizing Dutch doors in my monthly setups recently, but I honestly just can't help it. I love using Dutch doors. I just get more and more in love with it, I feel like, every month that I use one. And here I'm actually using it the same way I did last month, which is as a way to stretch my sticker decoration a bit. And what I mean by this is I can have the same strip of vertical decoration for 2 different spreads just by creating a small Dutch door like I did here. So now on the other side of that Dutch door, I'm going to be creating the rest of my monthly overview, starting off with the small little calendar sticker in the upper left, which is also a part of that freebie sheet, just so that way I have a little mini view of the month for reference. And I'm also using the monthly overview header from the kit right next to that. Along the rest of the top of the spread, I'm going to create a giant cherry blossom branch by connecting a bunch of the branch stickers from the monthly kit. And then by adding a couple extra petals, it actually makes it look like the petals on the side are falling from this branch, which I thought was a really cool little effect. Definitely a fun application of these stickers, sort of combining them to create this entire scene. Okay, so now on to the actual substance of this spread. I'm going to divide each page into 2 columns. 2 of these are going to be for my grocery list and my task list for the month, and I'm using the 2 checkbox list stickers from the freebie sheet as well to complete those lists right there. And then the middle 2 columns are going to be for all of my Patreon deliverables. For those of you who aren't really sure what Patreon is, it's basically a website where you can support me and my content with a monthly pledge or monthly donation, and for each level you get different rewards every month, ranging from monthly calendar printables, and the ability to vote on every month's sticker theme at $1 a month, all the way to automatic monthly sticker deliveries of every single new sticker collection at $30 a month. So I want to create a more dedicated space to keep track of all of these different rewards that I have to fulfill. Clearly, this application is very specific to me. I'm assuming most of you don't have a Patreon to keep track of, but you can definitely utilize a section like this for different types of obligations that you might have. If you're a student, for example, you could keep track of all of your deadlines and exams for each class. Or if, for example, you're focusing on your health and diet, maybe this could be a good spot to do your meal planning or collect recipe ideas for the month. On to the next spread, I'm first going to set up my April mood tracker. I decided to do a doodle style mood tracker this month since it's been a few months since I've done one, and you guys know that I absolutely love them. So I'm basically just going to be drawing 30 cherry blossom flowers and petals across this entire page, so that way I can color one for each day to correspond to my mood for that day. I'm creating a color code at the top of the page with just 4 colors, dark purple being the worst mood and light pink being the best mood. So hopefully here you can see how I am doodling these cherry blossoms around the page. The flowers themselves are pretty easy to draw as far as flowers go. I'm just doing 5 petals per flower here, having them slightly overlap, with just a few lines and dots in the middle for the stamen. And yes, I did have to Google search that word to figure out what those little antenna doodads in the middle of flowers are. They're called stamen. The more you know. The petals are definitely the easiest to draw, so if you're not too confident with your flower drawing abilities, but you still want to do a doodle style mood tracker like this, it could absolutely be a page full of just falling petals. So next to my mood tracker, I'm going to create my daily review page, which just gives me 1 line a day to jot down a summary of what happened that day. I'm just laying in another one of the large headers from the monthly kit at the top, along with the daily review sticker, and I'm then going to lay in the vertical number strip from the matching functional add-on sheet. For some extra decoration, I'm then just sticking in some petals falling along the right side, and that's it for this mood tracker and daily review spread. Alright, so moving right along, I'm going to set up my April habit tracker. I'm keeping my setup for this habit tracker nearly identical to last month, and I'm just using the horizontal number strip from the add-on sheet along the top, and then writing in all of my habits on the left side, leaving 1 space in between each habit. The rest of this spread is then just going to be used for decoration, so I chose a slightly longer quote to fill in all that extra space. Using the pink, purple, and black Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens, I'm writing in, "And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom," which I thought was a really beautiful quote, basically to me meaning that you have to take risks in order to grow and develop. And while those risks can definitely be scary, you're more likely to regret the risks you don't take than the risks you do. I'm then going to finish off my habit tracker with some dividing lines in between each week, along with some extra sticker decoration along the top and bottom of the spread. My next April spread is going to be my finance tracker for the month, which is going to be composed of 3 different sections this time, being income, savings, and finally spending. This is also when Luna, my black cat, decided to join me, so don't mind the moments where she's a little bit in the way. She was just interested in my pens for a second here and was very entertained by watching me set up this spread. And you guys know that I'm too much of a sucker to push her away, so I hope you guys enjoy her little cameo here. So my first section for income is going to have a spot for each week to jot down how much money I make from my 3 different income sources, as well as the total amount made that week. Savings is just going to have 2 sections for each week to write down how much I added to savings that week, along with the total amount in my savings account. And finally, I decided to bring back a spending log this month to keep a list of all my different expenses. I usually also include a bills section on my finance tracker every month, but I decided to just write my bills on my monthly calendar for April instead, and I'm going to see how that works out for me this month. The next spread I'm setting up today is going to be my April brain dump. I've been doing monthly brain dumps for a while now, and it's truly become a necessity to me at this point, especially for keeping track of suggestions and ideas. People across all my different platforms are always shooting out these wonderful, amazing ideas for sticker themes, sticker sheets, Patreon printables, YouTube videos, all that jazz. So my brain dump is a place where I can jot down all of those amazing ideas and not forget about them like I definitely would otherwise. So across from my brain dump, I'm actually going to be doing a new part of my monthly setup using a monthly calendar printable from my Patreon to separately keep track of all of my YouTube videos and my Patreon live stream schedule. I release these printable calendars every single month for all of my patrons, starting at just $1, along with blank versions that can be used for any month of the year. So if you do decide to pledge, you'll instantly gain access to all available calendar downloads, including this one that I'm using right here. Alright guys, so to finish off my April plan with me, I'm going to set up the first weekly spread of the month, which in this case is for April 1st through 7th. I'm starting off with the header in the upper left here using the same pink, purple, and black Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens, along with the Tombow Mono drawing pen in the size 03. I'm then sticking in a little cherry blossom branch along with some falling flowers and petals just to tie that whole scene together. For the main part of the spread, I'm going to draw out the daily sections, and each day here is going to get a box that is 11 spaces wide by 14 spaces tall. I'm then just going to use these weekly headers from the monthly kit to label the top of each box. And finishing off the spread, I'm throwing in just a couple extra cherry blossom stickers around the page for decoration. And just like that, guys, I am all ready and set up for April in my bullet journal. I am so incredibly happy with how these spreads turned out, and I'm really excited that I was finally able to deliver a cherry blossom theme to you guys. It's definitely one of those really popular bullet journal themes that's been done 100 times before and is constantly suggested by you guys. So I'm so proud that I was finally able to get that out to you guys, and also of course put my own little Planning with Kay twist on that theme. If you want to set up some cherry blossom theme spreads in your own bullet journal, be sure to check out the link to my sticker shop and all the stickers I used today in the description down below. And also don't forget that this entire new collection is 20% off through Friday. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a like, it really helps me out. And don't forget to leave your theme suggestions in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already at PlanningWithKay. And don't forget to check out the link to my sticker shop, my Patreon, and all other social medias in the description down below. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.